got a little iron and that is why she satisfies my soul. I've got the one only walking, living down.
Hallo, het is gewoon weer uit.
In London.
Thank you.
From London enough.
Leuk, hè?
Hello. Hi, Koos. Hello.
Shortest and best introduction.
I can do it again if you want me.
No, that's all right. It was fine.
Welcome to Amsterdam. Welcome to Holland.
Thank you.
On behalf of all your fans at home and here in our studios in Amsterdam.
Well, it's always very nice to come here because there's been a loyal following over the years. Right back from the first European tour I ever did with the Shadows, I'm sure we came to Holland. And it seems like a long time ago, but since that time the people have always remained very loyal, so I really appreciate it. And I arrived at the airport, now that, I'm old now, I'm 40. Yeah. And I don't expect people to be waiting at the airport, but when I see people there, I think, gosh, this is fantastic.
Congratulations with your 40th anniversary.
Thank you.
We also have an anniversary.
I know, you're so young.
It's our 10th year.
10 years gold.
Going 11.
Going on with next year, of course, you'll have to do Radio 11 gold.
Right, Radio 11 gold. Would you mind hitting this button to officially open our anniversary year?
Okay, yes indeed. Right here.
Right here.
The red button.
The red button.
I officially open this golden year.
What we're going to do, I'm going to ask you just a few questions.
Okay.
All the other questions we leave to the audience because they have been big fans of yours. They have been fighting to get into this building.
I can see some of them are very scarred.
Right. I was reading your interview in Telegraph this morning, and you told this journalist that radio stations in the UK don't play your records.
Radio stations like yours do, because,
Yeah.
because your station's got a lot of taste. If we can't get airplay, it makes it very difficult to have a successful hit single. So it's a big problem for people like myself. It's not just me. There's many people who are over the age.
Because we play so many Cliff Richard records on this station. We play them almost every 2 hours or so. I wanted to suggest, why don't you come and live here in the Netherlands?
Oh, I'd come, even if you didn't play any of my records. I think it's really nice of you.
Right. And one more question. Yesterday we had to call some people who couldn't get in because of the room. We had a lack of room. And this girl, about our age, started crying, sobbing on the telephone.
What did you say to her?
Nothing. There was no room.
Oh.
How come you still make those little girls cry?
Well, I don't mean to. It's always been a problem if, for instance, you're trying to get a lot of people into a room or to a theater. For instance, already now in England, my office is receiving some very abusive mail because I'm doing 20 concerts at the Albert Hall in London, and the tickets all sold in 2 days.
Yeah.
Well, of course, it's not really, it's not my fault. And so they ring and they write and they say, how can this happen? You terrible people, we cannot buy tickets. So I can understand, but don't cry, it's not worth it. I'll come back and we'll get you in next time.
Right, you will be coming to Holland shortly?
I hope so. Well, I'm coming back to Holland to do something else on the 22nd.
Right, and how about next year, concerts or anything?
Well, we're planning, I hope someone's planning a tour, because obviously I want to celebrate my 40th year where people have enjoyed my music over the years. So I've been to Australia, I'm going to be in London, and I'd like to come to Europe. If we're doing a tour of Europe, I cannot see how we can do a tour of Europe and not come here. We have to come to Holland.
Let's get into music before we talk further. We selected some songs, and I hope you like them tonight.
Okay, well, are they mine?
It's Cliff Richard, you know.
They're my songs?
Yes, your songs.
Oh, I love them. I love them. Ian Samwell, who wrote the song, wrote the second verse. It took 37 years, or yes, 38 years, before he gave me the second verse, because on my original record, I sing the verse once through, then there's a guitar solo, and then I sing the same words again, because he didn't have another batch of lyrics. It took all those years, and now there's a new version available on Hank Marvin's album.
Will you be getting together with the Shadows?
I don't know, because the Shadows don't really exist anymore. You know, Hank has his own career, he lives in Australia. Bruce Wallace is into music publishing. Brian Bennett is writing music for television and film scores. And so really there's no more Shadows. So maybe, I like it very much, but maybe, but I can't say that we will.
No, because you did it again in the 70s.
Yeah, we got together for our 30th anniversary, 10 years ago.
Right.
And we got together for the 20th and I think the 25th.
Right.
But as we get older and we're doing different things, then it becomes more and more difficult, of course it is.
But looking back at these 40 years, what has been the most important part of this career? This long-lasting career?
Well, it's difficult to say. I mean, I've tried to do as many different things as I possibly can so that I've recorded all types of music. My albums tend to have different styles of pop rock music on them, from country to slightly heavier rock and roll, like Thief in the Night, for instance. And actually, Thief in the Night actually got once played on a BBC Radio 1 heavy metal station. I mean, so I was really pleased. So I've tried to do different things, like Heathcliff. Heathcliff was completely different to anything I ever sang before. I never had to act like that before. So I think all these little things make a career.
Will there be anything like it again, Heathcliff?
For me? Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
I'd like to think there was, because I enjoyed it really very much, and it was my first opportunity to act on stage a really difficult character, and I enjoyed all the research, and I enjoyed doing it every night. It was very, very liberating for me. So yeah, I hope so.
After the next song, we're going to ask some people to ask the questions, so
Okay.
I take it easy myself. But first is Cliff Richard op radio, 10 goals.
Are just good pop songs like Devil Woman, Miss You Nights, Carrie. And I've been very lucky in my career because I don't write so much myself, and so I've trusted to other people who write to give me the good ones. And in many cases I was given some very fine songs to sing.
We hope we made the right choice tonight.
Sounds like it. We find out. Yeah. Okay.
We're now going to ask some people, one of your fans, be prepared.
Be prepared to laugh.
Be prepared to laugh.
Well, yeah.
All right, Cliff, I'm going to ask the question in Dutch. Je sterrenbeeld is een weegschaal. Vind je zelf een typische weegschaal? Oftewel, heb je typische weegschaal karaktertrekken? Bijvoorbeeld mannelijk en lelijk voor je besluit neemt, dominant, artistiek, vredelievend, etc. En waarom uitvoer dat?
I didn't hear the English translation.
It's about astrology.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What about it?
You're a Libra?
Yes.
Yeah. If you find yourself a typical Libra, character-wise.
I'm not quite sure. I'm not very into all of that, so I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to be. I only know that we're supposed to be quite nice people. So I don't, that doesn't work well for me. I'm a pretty horrible person.
Mr. Nice
I know that we're supposed to be indecisive, but I know exactly what I'm going to do. So
Half a Libra.
half a Libra.
Half a Libra.
Yeah. Okay.
Hebben we nog een vraag bij de hand? Dan doen we het zo eventjes. Is Dave nog in de buurt met nog een andere vraag? Toevallig in de buurt van een andere fan?
Let yourself crying, talking, sleeping,
And the new single by Cliff Richard. It's a young record, it's 39 years old.
Hey, it's more than 1959, you're right. 1959 it came out.
I speak Dutch, I cannot speak English.
Okay.
Ik wilde Cliff vragen of hij niet je zat is van al die fans die hem altijd maar achtervolgen. Hij is natuurlijk een publiek figuur, of hij dat niet een keer zat is.
Ria asks whether or not you find it annoying that all these female fans still want to touch you all the time.
Oh, I don't think.
Is this an offer? It's very nice. It's very flattering to me after all these years to even have any fans at all, because when I first started, nobody knew how long rock and roll would last. Many people said, oh, we are all one-hit wonders. Then we had 2 hits, and they said, oh, well, this won't last for very long. And so it stayed for years after years after years.
I have this other question. How do you manage to...
Ik sta er ook nog.
Ja, dat is voor mij hoor.
Thank you.